Hello and welcome. In this week's video, I'm going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 5. As we all know, this is one of the most iconic and played games ever, but why is that? To start off, we're going back before GTA 5 was even released. You've probably heard of some of the game's predecessors, such as GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. GTA 3 was the highest selling game of 2001 in the US. Vice City sold 1.4 million copies within 2 days of release, and San Andreas is the best-selling game ever on PS2, selling 27.5 million copies in 7 years. Clearly, GTA was an extremely popular franchise already. These older siblings give GTA 5 a great setup, and over 2.5 million people pre-ordered the game. So, it looked promising from the start, but was the game itself as good as the old ones? Undoubtedly, yes. So much so, in fact, that it's the second best-selling game ever, with 135 million sales, beaten only by Minecraft. Even today, 6 years after its release near the end of 2014, over 120,000 people have played it in the last 30 days, on Steam alone. But why do so many play it? Well, it has good graphics and a strip club. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. Just kidding, although I'm sure that does attract the 12-year-olds out there. Besides that though, there are many reasons why this game is so popular. Firstly, there have been so many updates over the years, with the latest being under 3 months ago. These updates aren't just patches and little tweaks. Loads of them bring about new modes, vehicles, clothes and all sorts. This means it's an easy game to keep playing, or coming back to every month or so, and not being bored. It also shows that Rockstar still care about this relatively old game. I mean, so would I, considering how good it does, but so many games are abandoned when a newer project comes out, like Ghost Recon Wildlands. I have never seen a game which needed some TLC so bad. So now I want to talk about the stuff in the game, the content, the missions and whatnot. Starting off, vehicles. The game now has 665 controllable vehicles. Over half of these were added as a part of a DLC, often coming with a new heist. For someone like me who enjoys driving or flying around in these open world games, that really is great. It's fun buying fast cars or tanks to blow up everything, including yourself, and no game does it better than GTA 5. As I mentioned heists, I'll talk a bit more about them. I'm sure everyone watching knows, but basically you and normally 3 other players orchestrate a heist, doing setups and then the main job itself, getting you money and XP. There are currently 7 heists in the online game, and I know that doesn't seem like loads, but anyone who has played them will know that they can take a very long time to do, especially if your friends are anything like mine. Also, they are very fun, meaning you can replay them, both for enjoyment and the money. Most of them are unique, meaning that you will likely want to play them all, which is good considering it's one of the main parts of the online game. As well as the heists, there are also a number of missions in the game. According to the internet, there are 69, haha, yes, I know, main missions in the game's story mode, and in the online, 700 apparently, varying from delivering cars to delivering people, and a lot more. There is a lot of missions you can do. I won't attempt to really explain them, but it's like missions in any other game. You have an aim or an objective to carry out. That's the same thing. Anyway, these two can be fun, and most can be played with friends. However, a lot don't pay too well. Instead you unlock something, maybe an outfit for example. This brings about another reason to play them. Some of my favourite things in the game are races, mostly online stunt and transform. There is a wide variety of races, and they're great to play with or without friends. Although the GTA community loves to ram and hit you around, so I wouldn't play them if you're prone to rage quitting. These come under the job section of the online games, and there are so many jobs. I probably haven't even played a quarter of them. There are deathmatches, races, survivals, slashes, sumos, and loads more. You will definitely find something to play. I sometimes find it easy to forget that these jobs are in the game, and if you haven't tried them, I'd say go for it, especially as one mode often has double or even triple money. However, if you don't want to play these, you can play the main online. This is the classic sandbox where you can make money doing pretty much anything except legal work, and spend it on a house, or a car, or an alien suit, as everyone seems to love doing. And you can also spend hours killing your friends until you don't actually have friends anymore, and then you can get so drunk you pass out. There's also plenty of entertainment you can make for yourself, which is the great thing with this game. You don't have to stick to the already created activities. You can use the diverse map and the variety of vehicles to come up with things yourself. For example, racing down Mount Chiliad on dirt bikes or just your face. As I said in my last video, customization is a big part of games for me, and I am perfectly content with the options in this game. As you'll see in the background video, there are loads of masks, clothes, shoes and whatever for you to wear. It's great. The car customization is also great in GTA 5, although most of my cars are in black and white, not because I'm boring or generic, but because I'm a well-rounded and multicultural man. You may have noticed that I haven't yet mentioned much of the story. If I'm honest, it's because I haven't really played it. I know for a fact though, that most people who do play it really enjoy it. Whether that's free roaming, there's more stuff available than in the multiplayer, or the storyline itself. It's rated 4.3 out of 5 by Common Sense Media, which in my mind is great for a game which has one of the most popular multiplayers ever, and those love both. I personally bought the game because of the online, and I know it's definitely worth it for that, and as I understand for the story too. Unless you're young and have the game, I'd stick to the multiplayer then. So, to summarise, this game really is amazing, and definitely worth buying if you haven't already. And it's so good because of what's in it. Endless modes, missions, vehicles, weapons, and more. Although, there's always a good chance I missed something, so let me know down below. And while you're at it, consider liking and subscribing. It'd be much appreciated. Also, feel free to comment what game I should do next, or any other